Who got a ticket? Who deserved it? Who didn't? Who wants to talk about it? Get on the docket at 514-790-0800 for this week's edition of Traffic Court. I'm going to start things off with the lovely Jody, who's on the line. Hi, Jody.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Okay, so catch us up to speed here. I have it on good authority. You've called us before, and this is an update on from a previous case.
Yes. Okay, so I called you about 6 months ago.
Ooh, previously on Traffic Court. Take it away.
And I got a ticket while doing volunteer work because my only two options were to park or where there was to put money in a meter or where it was permit parking. Mm-hmm. And I have heavy boxes to carry to bring into, elderly people who can't get out,
And so you could have paid a meter, but you chose not to?
Because I do this work twice a week, and I do like on average 7 to 10 stops, each time I go out.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
It'll add up.
It would add up.
Yes.
And I've been doing this for 33 years.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So you told me absolutely contest it.
Oh, that's what I told you. Oh boy, let's see how my advice worked out.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
So yesterday was my day in court.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was so happy this morning when I heard your, commercial. Don't forget traffic court at 10:30. I put my alarm so I wouldn't miss this because definitely I think you'd appreciate the update.
Okay, what's the update, Jody?
So I went to court. It was kind of scary, and you go in one by one. You were a gang of like 20 people.
So you'd never gone to court for a traffic ticket? For a parking ticket or anything? Okay, cool. First time.
Actually, I got once I got a ticket in Westmount on my bicycle. And when I explained my case, they didn't even call me in,
Okay,
Gotcha. But that was several years ago.
Yeah, okay.
So this was a little bit different. So, so they called me in. I spoke to the prosecutor, and that's before you speak to the judge, if you need to speak to the judge.
That's right.
And then I pled my case, and I got pretty upset, because, you think about what you're doing and this and that. And she budged a little bit. She lowered my ticket from 109 to 72.
And did you take the deal, or you said, no, I want to see the judge?
No, because at this point I was riled up. And I said, if I made this much inway with her, possibly the judge will understand better thinking about you in my head.
Yeah.
He definitely has to agree with me. She kind of agreed with me.
All right. So you tell the prosecutor, no way, no how, I'm taking it to the judge. What happens in front of the judge?
And there's extra fees involved in that, you know? So you really have to have conviction in your case,
Yeah.
So I plead my case in front of the judge, and, and he listened to me, and he said, there was a sign for no parking, and this and that. And I'm in a small room, and this is the part that I really want to mention. I'm in a very small room, and only two people came in at that time, me and another guy that wanted to see the judge.
Yeah.
Okay? And after I pled my case, and I was crying and everything.
You're crying in front of the judge?
I was, because, I really do this work with all my heart, You know what I'm saying? I really could not believe that somebody can't see this.
Yeah.
Anyways, the judge says to me, take 2 minutes to think how you want to go, because if he gives his judgment, then you pay.
It's the full, and the fee's an extra. Gotcha.
Yeah. So just as he said, take 2 minutes, I want to just give a shout out. A voice came from nowhere, and I was in a small room. A lawyer, and I'm going to give part of his name, because I don't know if he's going to want me to say his name on the air, but his name is Jonathan Abram, and I will just leave it there.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere, and he said, Your Honor, I'm going to represent this woman for free.
You're kidding me.
I swear to God, I don't know where he came from.
Okay.
Because we were in a small room.
Yeah.
I didn't see him. I don't know where he came from. As soon as the judge said, take 2 minutes, he said, Your Honor, I'm going to represent this woman for free. I'm going to be her lawyer. And we went outside, and he said, I totally support what you do. He says, I know this judge, and I don't think you're going to win.
Yeah.
And he said, that ticket is on me. Go home and relax.
And he took care of it?
Yep,
He paid the ticket?
he did.
Oh, my God. Well.
So I just want to give a shout out because I couldn't believe it. I don't know where he came from. I didn't see him. He said, I support the work that you do.
Jeez.
And I just want you to go home and
Jody,
and relax.
Listen, you might not have touched the judge enough, right? Maybe you didn't move the judge enough, but you certainly moved someone in the courtroom.
Yeah. So I just want to give a shout out. And what I basically want to say is there's no human compassion. There's no look at circumstance and what you were doing and heavy boxes and none of that.
Jody, before I have to let you go, do you want to mention the charity group you do work for? Maybe our listeners can also give some support?
MADA.
MADA. Okay, gotcha. MADA, of course. MADA, MADA.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, I have another story about another ticket I got, but I'll call next week.
You got to call next week, Jody. I got Charlie and Kelly on the docket. Jody,
okay, I really appreciate and thank you for what you do.
You're amazing, Jody. Thanks for the great story, and I love getting an update on what happened on a previous edition of Traffic Court. There's Jody right there, and you know what? Maybe she got the ticket, but she didn't have to pay for it, thanks to some kindness and a heart out there. Let me go to Kelly in Chateauguay. Hey, Kelly, we'll put Charlie on hold. Kelly, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. What do you drive, Kelly?
Mazda CX-5.
Ooh, hey, man, everyone loves their Mazda. You love your Mazda?
I love it. I've had Mazdas for the last 20 years, and it steers me never wrong, so
Okay.
I love it.
Seal of approval there. What happened to you in the Mazda, Kelly?
Well, it has to do with my Mazda. I tuned into you guys, and it made me laugh at a story that happened a few years back. I was dropping off my son at school, and I guess running a little late for work, and I must have rolled through a sign, one of those kinds that you slow down but not fully stop. So I went through, and then, of course, looking in my rearview mirror, and I didn't notice I must have rolled through. Anyway, I see police coming up really, really fast behind me. So I thought, oh my God, what's happening? Something big is happening in front of me, whatnot. So, but because there was cars, where I couldn't pull over to let them go by, I was speeding down the street, hurrying up. I pull over erratically, and then I realized it was me. And
so you're in a car chase. You didn't even know it.
I was in a car chase, and it was me. So I was in complete shock. So she comes out of the car, and I roll down my window, and she's like, "You were driving erratically, and we're trying to stop you because you didn't go through a stop. Like, what's happening?" I said, "I thought I was helping you get a criminal." And I said, "But I'm the criminal." And she just couldn't stop laughing. She just couldn't. And she really believed that was the truth. And she said, this is a crazy story. She's like, but next thing you'll... Yes, it was us after you, and you are the criminal, but we'll let you go for the day. So she let me off, and it just made me laugh when I tuned into you guys. I said, oh, my God, I remember that story telling my husband, and he kind of laughed, too.
Well,
so that was my story.
That's a good story, Kelly. And I mean, listen, over the months and months now that we've been doing Traffic Court, it's clear, a lot of people call in and they tell us about the ticket that they didn't get. And so clearly there are cops out there that will look the other way or realize, hey, this person's in a different spot or that kind of stuff. So I do find that amazing. You're not the first person to tell that story. I think you're the first person who was in the car chase and didn't realize it. And I know that could go the wrong way for a whole bunch of people, so I need to point that out too. Okay, yeah. Kelly, you going to stay safe out there?
Will do. You too.
All right. That's Kelly with that great story about the rolling stop and the car chase that followed that rolling stop. Howard, how you doing?
I'm good, Elias. How are you?
I'm doing great. What happened to you, Howard? What are you driving first things first?
Right now I'm driving a Jeep Cherokee.
Ooh, okay. What year Jeep Cherokee?
2016.
Is it running okay?
It's running fantastic. Thank the Lord.
Oh, yeah. That truly. Okay, so Howard, what happened in the Jeep?
So one day, springtime, I'm a fisherman. I love to fish. I'm mad about it. It's my passion. So one day I'm out fishing with some buddies in the springtime, and we had a great day, and I looked into this huge muskie. I mean, it was massive. And I was all freaked out about it. So I was on my way home to my wife, and I had to call her and tell her. So instead of having my little hands free, I was holding the phone.
Uh-huh.
And I drove by a cop, and whoa, the lights came on. He zipped behind me, pulled me over, and I was like, "Oh crap, here we go."
Oh, I want him to throw the book at you, Howard. Let me tell you something.
No, absolutely.
I drive so much now, and I'm telling you, it was just the other day. I get off the exit, the Papineau exit off the Ville Marie to come to work, and everyone I drove by, okay, every single person I drove by, they're waiting at the light, and their head was down, looking at their lap.
Listen to the story, okay? So I was actually driving on a side street in the West Island. I wasn't cruising down St. John's or anything like that. I just kind of, had it in my hand. Anyway, so he pulls me over. He's super, super upset. I'm sure you have something better to do with $415 than pay the rah-rah ticket and you had it on your phone. And I was like, "Officer, I'm sorry. Look, I have a hands-free thing right here. I swear to you, I'm always following the law. This time was so special. I'm sorry." He says, "What's so special?" I said, "Well, I was fishing with some friends today, and I caught a really huge fish." He says, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I swear. Look, I have a picture." And I showed him the picture. And he went, "Holy crap, that is a big fish." I said, "Yeah, so," he said, "So where's the fish?" I said, "I put it back, sir." He goes, "What the hell do you mean you put it back? You caught it and you put it back?" I said, "Well, it's out of season. It would have been illegal for me to keep it. I caught it by accident, and I always follow the rules. I'm so sorry, but I had to put it back." And he looked at me and he said, "Okay, that's a pretty good story. Don't do it again, right?" I said, "No, sir, I promise. I swear. He let me go.
Oh, wow. Hey, Howard, you know what? I was about to throw the book at you, but you even convinced me on the phone line. Not guilty, Howard.
Elias. I knew I would. I knew when you were at the end of the story, you would go, "Okay, I forgive you."
Not guilty. He's straight and he's on the straight and narrow, and he caught a big fish. Howard, you be safe out there, and thanks for the great call.
Thank you, Elias. Love your show. Thank you so much.
Howard, you're the man. Howard and Oka. That's a great story right there. Okay, we got some great stories on in-transit and traffic court this week. We'll be back at it come next Friday with another edition of Traffic Court. Thanks for all those calls.
I'm Dylan Playfair.
And I'm Tyler Smith.
We're putting loneliness in the penalty box by talking to some of our favorite athletes about the importance of friendship.
This is Bromance.
Bromance is brought to you by Charm Diamond Centers, proudly Canadian-owned and operated. Charm has been part of your love stories and bromances for over 50 years. And you can find Bromance on the iHeartRadio network or wherever you get your podcasts.